Okay, all right. I have something interesting to share with you today. From next week onwards, we are going to have a small session. We call them Kahoots. Who are familiar with Kahoots? Anyone here? Give me a response. Kahoot. Wow, when come to Kahoot, everybody put up their hand, put thumbs up. Kaden didn't hear of Kahoots. Yeah, anyone else? Okay, so we will set aside some time for Kahoot question, and these Kahoot questions will be based on revision. Speed there. Speed means you must be fast, Okay, they are not difficult questions, so you must have some writing materials with you like pen, pencils, erasers, writing materials, writing paper, so that you can work out fast and work on it. Okay, so Kahoot, you will need your response very fast. So get ready for that lah. That we have a little segment, something new for everyone. Okay. All right, Daniel also. Okay, for those who have not completed or who have not learned, because you say the school has not started it, but then we have a video platform for you to pull down the video to watch it before you actually can attempt it. Okay, so that will be helpful for the prior knowledge that you can base on, right? Okay, all right, let's start from today's tutorial. Now, when I go through the assignments that some of them complete or incomplete, I noticed that quite a few of them have different, the many of them will have different number of questions that get it wrong. So technically, I will go through most of the questions as much as possible for today. All right, so have you printed out? If you have, then it's good. Printed out the questions, all right? So if not, then probably you can do down the note taking. Okay, assume that you cannot write fast, then not to worry. Okay, what you can do is this, whatever questions we are going to do now will be packed in the portal for you to bring it down to do revision and do corrections for that. All right, meanwhile, please, as I go along, if you come across things that you does not understand, please stop me. Okay, ask question. I want question. All right. Okay. Okay, now what is linear equation? Okay, if you talk about linear equation, you can have this word called linear. Then you say, wow, the linear is such a big word. What is it? Actually, do you realize, notice something? The word linear comes from the root word line. That means a straight line. It is a straight line. You will have one solution in the equation. Okay, that is a little knowledge about it. So how many solutions do you have here? One. Okay, now I have to say this because later on in the next term or following, you will learn something called quadratic, or in the future you will learn quadratic. Then quadratic will have two solutions. Okay, linear, one solution, fixed. Okay, so first part, we are going to do construction of this formula. From what is given information, you can construct. Okay, then we are supposed to find the unknown, so-called the variables. Okay, so these unknowns, we call them variables for a because they can represent something else. All right, then we will make use of this knowledge to form equation to solve the problem. Okay, right? Now, when you come to linear equations, let me tell you something. You all have to read what is here. The word equation means you must equate them. Okay, when you equate them, that means they must so-called, what do you call this? Equal sign. They must have equal sign for you to equate, right? Otherwise, you can't do anything, right? Yes.
Do you think you can go back to previous slide? I haven't.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, if you have problem, no worries. If you think you cannot catch up, just let me know. All right. But if you need more time, then probably this one will have to you have to pull down from the portal. I'll park it there. Thank you, Yichen. That one you can it's in the portal, the students portal. Yeah, but it will not be so immediate. Okay, it will probably over after the weekend. After I finish everything, I'll write out neatly, add on something. Okay, then I'll park it there. Not to worry. Thank you for asking. Okay. All right. We are going to do part by part. All right. Okay. So I want to do part A first. Now, do you see the equation here with the equal sign? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, first thing first is we see brackets, right? Okay. When you see a bracket with a number in the front, all right, let's do this. Is equals to 4, 7 minus P. Do you notice something? Every bracket here, they have a multiplier outside. Okay, you will treat this as one basket itself. Okay, for example, this is one basket. So this is 4 baskets of whatever item inside. Okay, so the 3P, the 1, the 7, the P, whatever inside the bracket, we call them term. Okay, this is just a mathematical term. Now, the thing is that I need to tell you all this for you to understand mathematical term. Otherwise, you don't know what is called, what is inside the bracket, what is outside the bracket. Okay, not say, oh, inside is like that, then outside is like that. No, they have a name for it. 3P, 1, 7P, we call them terms. Anything outside, we call them a multiplier. So if you take this as one basket, that means 4 baskets you are going to find. All right. So in the previous lesson, we say when we have these, we have to find the 2 basket. That means the 2 bracket, whatever item inside. And we call them, to find this, we call it the rainbow method. This one we have covered quite a fair bit. All right. We call them rainbow method. All right. But then in mathematical term, we call them expansion. Then you say, wow, sure, today I learned big words like expansion. Then you're very happy, go to school, share with your friends. Oh, I know this. Even if you ask your friends, what is inside all this? They may not even know what is called term, So if you were to tell them, hey, I learned this word term, you know what does that mean? Yeah, probably you know better than them if you learn from here now, okay? All right, so how to do this rainbow method is to multiply, because 2 is the multiplier here. So 2 times 3P will give you 6P. All this you must do it quick and mentally, all right? 2. Then you 4 times of the first item, okay? The term is 7, so 28. 4 multiplied by P. Okay, now take note of this sign, minus P. So 4 times of minus P, 4 times, so for P law, but then you will have what? Minus, negative, okay? All right. So far, any question? So far, okay? Okay. I have a student here. Ling En. Is it Ling En? You have a variable, right? Remember I said variables just now? You see, we call different size, okay, to shift with them. All right, so what I have here is 6P. All right, now I'm going to make the 4P disappear, adding a 4P on this side. So if I plus a 4P here, I must plus a 4P here, right, to make the equation balance. All right, so technically, if many of them learn in this way, because you have a minus 4P here, minus 4P here, right? So this 4P, I'm going to move this 4P over, then it becomes plus 4P. Okay, now many of them learn this way, but what is the underlying concept in behind it is because you add a 4P at this side. After adding the 4P, you also add the 4P on this side. What is the purpose of this? We call them to balance the equation. Okay, now that goes the same for this. You see, I'm going to change the color to let you see the effects. Now, you have a 28, and then you have a minus 2. How to make my minus 2 to become a 0? I have to plus 2 here. I have to put plus 2 here. What is the purpose? I have to balance my equation. So technically, I have a 28 plus 2. Okay, so many of them will learn this way, lor. Because it's a minus 2, then I shift over, it's a plus 2. I mean, technically, it's not wrong, it's correct. But the underlying reason is because I plus 2 on both sides. Okay, so now I go back to here, I can solve this. So what is this plus this? 6p plus 4p will give you a 10p. And now I give you a 30 here. So when 10p is 30, to find 1p, I use 30 to divide by 10, which is 3. So I can, yeah,
I don't understand why plus 2.
plus 2 because you have a negative 2, right? Do you see my green color? Do you see my green color here? The minus 2 here? Do you see this? So in order for me to get down to 0, what I need to do is plus 2 here. Do you see what I'm doing here? So if I plus a 2, I must also plus a 2 to balance my equation. One on the left-hand side, one on the right-hand side. So far, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, so that is for part A. All right, I move on to part B. Okay, now what do I have for part B here? Let's take a look. 3, 2p minus 1. Oh, minus 2, 4p plus 5 equals to 5. Okay, so you see, I have an equation. One, the whole lot here is on the left-hand side. And here is called the right-hand side, right? So I'm going to make all the variables to the left-hand side. All right. And then I'm going to move the variables to the right-hand side. But however, you see the brackets, right? And these brackets are with a multiplier behind outside it. So we have to remove the bracket by doing rainbow again, right? Doing rainbow method here. Okay, so let's do step by step. All right, can I have Daniela? Daniela, are you there? Will you be able to help us with expansion? Okay, all right. Will you be able to unmute and then let us know how can we do this expansion? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Times 2p is 6p
good. 6p. Very good.
minus 3
Thank you. Followed by
minus 8p minus 10
excellent.
4 5.
Thank you. All right, that's correct. All right, let's see. 6p minus 3 because of the expansion. I multiply. This one we learned last week already, or the week before. Okay, so 6p minus 3 minus 8p minus 10. So now what I have to do? Okay, let's check with Wen-Xing. Wen-Xing, can you help me to unmute yourself? Are you able to unmute? Wen-Xing, can you help me with how am I going to simplify from here? From here to here, we do an expansion, right? That's very good. From here to here, we need to do something called what? Simplify further. How to simplify? Can you help me with it? Hi, Wen-Xing. Uh-huh. Wen-Xing, okay? Or it's because you need help, then I can actually offer my help also. Hi, Wen-Xing. Okay. No response yet. Okay, Wen Xin, you let me know later if you are ready.